was trying to ignore this situation, this whole situation with this girl with the shit in her hair, the Gorilla Glue girl. I was really trying to ignore this because in a way, I do feel, I was watching a video of her and I guess her sister working feverishly to try to remove this stuff from her head. And I felt bad. I'm not gonna lie. I felt terrible because the girl is in pain. It's a very uncomfortable situation. And man, I just, some of y'all women, y'all be doing too goddamn much. Y'all doing too much with the fucking eyelashes and the extra slick hair and the ass shots and the mother diamond, the shit in the nose. Like, y'all just doing too goddamn much. Y'all doing too much. And let me tell you something. Men don't care about none of this shit y'all doing. None of this shit y'all doing matters to us. We don't care how slick your hair is. We don't care how bushy your eyebrows are. We don't care how good your little diamond in the nose look. Men don't care about none of that shit. Your fucking tiger nails and the diamonds, rhinestones on your neck. Men don't care about. The one thing that we care about most is the one thing that you ain't got to do nothing to. You ain't got to put nothing on it. You ain't got to take nothing off of it. Let me tell you something. The one thing y'all got that we care about is the one thing you got to do the least amount of shit to. But this girl right here, you up there, you got this stuff on your head. You took a chemical solvent that is not meant to be in contact with human skin. And you put it in contact with human skin, which is your damn scalp. Because I don't know whether you know it or not, but your skin don't stop right there. Your skin don't stop at your hairline and then it turn into something else that ain't got shit to do with skin. Everything up under there is skin, baby girl. That's all skin. And you done went and took that Gorilla Glue and got it in your skin where it's soaked in, and now you might be walking around like this for the rest of your life. God only knows you might be fucked up for life. You famous now for all the wrong reasons. You are famous for all the wrong reasons. But I don't even blame you. I blame that chick who you told you was going to do it. Your friend. Because I know you got a friend who you told you was going to do this. And she co-signed on that shit. She was like, bitch, now, you know what? That's going to be that, oh, girl, but your shit going to lay down, and it ain't going to stick up. It ain't going to move. And even when you dancing, even when you in the car, your shit going to be laid down. Girl, you need to do that shit. I blame her ass, because she need her ass whooped. Because you know somebody co-signed on it. And the other person I blame who need to help you is Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey. That's right. Lori Harvey. You inspired this bullshit with your goddamn fabulously, fantastically laid baby hair. All your little shit, your little baby hair was doing all that. Yeah, all that shit that's got these girls wanting to, because they want to pull Future too. They want to pull Al B. Sure's son and Diddy and all these, Michael B. Jordan. They want to pull these niggas. And they know it's all in the baby hair. It's all in the baby hair and the meticulously laid baby hair. And you started this baby hair shit. You ain't started, but you perfected it. You perfected the goddamn baby hair shit. You and Chili from TLC. But I don't blame Chili, because Chili ain't been showing off her baby hair lately. But you, Lori Harvey, got these girls wanting to do the most with the baby hair. And this girl here, she said, I'm not even going to do the baby hair. I'm just going to do the other slick hair. And that shit going to be so laid that I'm going to get me a Michael B. Jordan. And now you on goddamn TMZ, New York Post, New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, and everything else. Looking crazy than a motherfucker. Because you can't get this shit out your head. So goddamn, Lori, get your ass down there and help this girl get this shit out of her head. You was the inspiration behind this. God damn it, I blame you.
Candy Apple Lisa, what's up? Now, y'all get up a candy apple, Lisa. She makes some good ass candy apples. Y'all make sure y'all follow her or whatever. And stop trying to bite in them if your teeth ain't together. You got partials and shit or whatever. You know, fuck around the candy because she double dipped them bitches. Them bitches just can't bite into the candy apple when we was growing up. You can bite into it. You can't bite it in because she dipped that bitch by 4 times. Nigga. You got to stab that bitch with a knife and cut it up. Eat that shit or whatever, you know, with candy apple Lisa. But nigga, y'all remember them candy apples we was growing up, nigga? They go to them rotten ass fucking apples. Remember that clip? They go to the farmer's market and get them rotten ass apples. And they dip that shit, nigga. You start peeling that candy out. You start discovering, man, these apples ain't shit. They don't never use no Granny Smith apples. They get them old ass red apples. Yeah, huh? Yeah. And then when you get through licking it, you take one bite out of that bitch and then you throw that fucker. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, nigga. They don't even have a candy lady house no more. Do they still have a candy lady? Clap if y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all having a party right here, y'all. Where we go? Y'all, hold on. Don't get loud. Just listen. Yeah. Y'all, these niggas, like, they about to start playing dominoes and cards. Just show y'all how I go. It's a show. The show is up here. Okay? All right? Just follow me. Just flow with everybody else. Don't, you know what I'm saying? You know, I just have to lay out the rule. Don't get loud, because they trying to listen. Yeah, man, these motherfucking hoes over here. And I done told Teresa his shit. Man, this bitch, I'm like, nigga, calm down. Nigga, what? You don't want to start no shit, nigga. I don't want to start no shit, nigga, because, you know, we have to go to Atlanta to go shopping because we ain't got no malls here. Now, we ain't, nigga, I don't know what the fuck going on. That ain't a safe place to shop either. Goddamn, Lennox done turned into Greenbrier, nigga. You might as well, motherfucker, go to Greenbrier. Nigga, you go to Lennox, you get shot, nigga. And Phillips, too, nigga. Like, shit. All right. Now, what you trying to film with that bright-ass light on your cell phone? You think that light reaching the stage? Just turn it off. I'm sorry. Just turn your light off. Yeah, you can still film. Just turn that bright-ass light off. I'm trying to save your phone. I'm trying to help you out. Ever say nothing to a black woman, nigga. You can't say shit to her sister. You pull up to her, you trying to pay her a compliment. You had to realize, how you doing? I'm fine, how you doing? The fuck, sister's so goddamn angry about that. Good morning. That's sign language and shit. Fuck you, you goofy, you ugly, you ain't shit. Yo, mom. Nigga, I can't. You fuck around, you date a chick and she just talk with her hands. That's an early sign. Like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do that. Cause I'm old school. You start talking that shit, doing all that hand shit in my house, I'd be went to motherfucking jail, nigga. Fuck you, fuck your mama ain't shit. They start rocking with that shit. You ain't shit, your mama, you goofy, you ugly. Where you learn that shit? How you learn how to rock with that? You fuck you. I don't even know how to do this shit. You gone? Oh, I thought you was finna leave. I'm like, no, okay. I'm like, no, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere there. Jump on you out there. It's dangerous up here. I give it up for Boo. How you doing, Boo? All right, I'm talking to Mike when they get here. Where you from?
Atlanta.
And ATL in the house. Damn, y'all serious. Shit, ATL represent. All right, Boo, what you singing tonight?
Aaliyah, Rock the Boat.
Okay, all right. What part of Atlanta you from? You from Decatur?
I'm from the west side.
You from the west side? Oh, motherfucker. Oh, Bankhead. Stop. One of those shit. Nigga, it's a different Bankhead and Decatur.
I can't sing like how the lady just did.
Two different goddamn, huh?
I can't sing like how the lady just did.
I swear I love this shit. Well, give a fuck. You done made my whole goddamn night. See, that's why I fuck with Atlanta right there. God damn it, I love you already. Come on, baby. She said, God damn it, I'm not tired night, goddamn. Let's go, baby. Hey, y'all put your hands together, y'all, for Boo. B-O-O-H. Boo.
Ooh, yeah. You done make me hope. Then you make me high.
All right, Boo.
Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope. It's you that serve me on a regular. Now we got it through. Before you drift me deeper. I want you. Okay. Let's take this overboard now. I want you to rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat. Work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle. Change position. Ooh, now stroke it for me, stroke it for me, stroke it for me, stroke it for me. Ooh, baby, I love you so. Cause you get me where I'm going. Trying to get my foot. Cause I believe you know just
Sing it,
what
boo.
you're doing now.
All right, boo.
Maybe now we can go.
Everybody say her name. Boo.
Let's go get in the. I can shoot my
Say her name. Boo. Say her motherfucking name, y'all. Boo. Hey, what's her motherfucking name? They call her. Boo.
Okay, then how we rock.
What's her goddamn name? They call her. Boo.
Change position. Ooh, now.
I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Because here we are right back where we were before. Yeah, she knew. And I didn't say be disrespectful. I just asked y'all, I said, what's her motherfucking name? Y'all said, boo. That's what was on the paper. Boo.
Only you. How much I do love you. Only you know how much I do.
All right, background. Yeah. I love me some background.
Moments we share, but you're not there.
I should have sat down here, people get bothered.
Fantasy, 'cause you don't even suspect and could hardly care less about the changes I've been going through.
Come on, background. Yeah. When I tell you I'm obsessed with background.
Don't even suspect.
Pimpin', and more pimpin'.
About the changes I've been going through. If only you knew. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one right there, Mr. Pastor Haynes. I know you got a good word for that.
Oh, thank you for this, because all of us go through stuff in life where we wonder, where is God? Are we going to be able to make it? Are we going to be able to handle the situation we find ourselves in? This song says, listen, you're in good hands. I'm not talking about all state. I'm talking about being in the state of God's presence. When you are in good hands, God's hands, the good news is God's hands ensure that you will prevail in spite of the hell. I love that right there, because all of us are going to catch hell, go through hell, and even deal with hellions who raise hell. But isn't it good to know that our lives are in God's hands? And so Kirk Franklin says, no matter what may come our way, our lives are in God's hands. And
yes,
when in God's hands, it means you will prevail in spite of the hell. Somehow, God will hold you. God will keep you, because you're in good hands. You're going to prevail. But not only are you going to prevail, you are protected, because God's hands will protect you. That means nothing and no one can get to you unless they go through the hands of God. And if they get through the hands of God, it's because God has a purpose that's going to bring something positive out of what God allowed to get into your life. And so when disappointment gets through God's hands, when difficulties get through God's hands, here's the good news. What others intend for evil, God will work for good, because God is your hands, your life is in God's hand. And since God's hands are protective hands and prevailing hands, the good news is God's hands are also hands that are purposeful. That means that there is purpose for your life. And since there's purpose for your life, no, every day may not be perfect, but God has a purpose for your life. And
yes,
so
sir.
Even when things don't go the way you want them to, God is still up to something good for you, because your life is in the hand of Almighty God. So I'm glad to know that I don't just have to have Allstate insurance. I've got God's hands for my assurance. My life is in God's hands.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. Hey, love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you, man.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Listen to Say Was Being Bought by Michelin. Sometimes driving is great, but sometimes it's not so great. So like when it's pouring outside, that's when you need Michelin wiper blades. That's right. They hug your windshield like a Michelin tire hugs the road for better visibility. Get yours today on Amazon Prime. All right. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So Donald Trump's second Senate impeachment trial starts today. 17 Republicans will be needed to join Democrats in order for him to be convicted, and that is not expected to happen. Meanwhile, the UK variant of the coronavirus is to be dominating here in the U.S. within the next month. Right now, nearly 10% of Americans have now gotten at least one dose of the vaccine. Now, the good news is that the number of new confirmed COVID-19 cases have fallen to their lowest point since November. So you guys, we're doing our jobs. Also, Republican Rep Ron Wright of Texas died on Sunday, making him the first member of Congress to die after testing positive for COVID-19. And last but certainly not least, Georgia's Secretary of State has opened an official investigation into the phone call placed by Donald Trump in which he tried to make top election officials overturn his loss in the state. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports now that Super Bowl's over?
Alrighty, Eva for Shiva. What sports is brought to you by Ford? Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Check out the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Ford.com. Built Ford proud, built Ford tough, man. Super Bowl champion quarterback Tom Brady. He sends an apology text to Kansas City Chiefs defensive back Tyrann Mathieu, a.k.a. the Honey Badger, pretty much apologizing for losing his cool when both of them got into a few back and forth verbal altercations on the field during the Super Bowl. Brady told Tyrann that he has always praised him as a player and called him an incredible leader and champion class act. Tyrann claims that Brady started the verbal spat when he called Mathieu something he will not repeat, which brings us to why Tom Brady obviously sent that apology text. So we'll probably never know what was said, but it is what it is. Glad they got everything patched back up. Epic showdown on the basketball court last night in women's hoops. Number 1 South Carolina loses to number 2 UConn. Freshman Paige Beckers dropped 31 points for UConn, man. That was a big game. I watched it last night. Very entertaining, man. Last but not least, in men's college hoops, Miami Hurricanes and North Carolina Tar Heels game was postponed like 20 minutes before tip-off after a party video surfaced of North Carolina players partying with no mask on campus after beating Duke Saturday night, man. So they was not following the COVID-19 protocol, of course. They got a little bit excited, man. They was burning fires all over the campus and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. So we'll see what happens. That's what I got for sports right there.
LeBron, the Lakers and the Suns.
I missed that one. I heard the Lakers won, but I didn't see it.
Boy, they was bought. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yes, they were, Rick.
That's what I'm talking about. It's what I bet Gary didn't see it either. Did you see it, Gary?
Hell no.
I didn't even know they had
watching RuPaul's show.
Nah, and for my man, you know, I love TV 100 for my man. They be scaring me though, but I watch it. When these people be killing people.
Well, that's the name. That's the name of the show.
Yeah, for my man.
I thought you said you were watching the show for your man, like you had a man.
Right.
I didn't know.
Nobody don't want me, honey. But anyway, all right, y'all. Let me tell you something. When a man loves a woman, they're saying that woman might not really love that man back. Who am I talking about? Cardi B and her husband Offset, y'all. It's being reported that Cardi B they might be divorcing because they are saying, y'all, that Offset, y'all, seem to have misplaced not just the keys to a new car, y'all, but they're saying he misplaced the whole damn car. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Platinum Transportation Group, y'all, LA-based luxury rental service, y'all, is suing, honey, Mr. Amigo, man, honey, Offset. They're saying because there's some shady disappearance, y'all, of a new Bentley that he rented, y'all, back in spring of 2020, and they're saying somehow the whole car went missing, and he have not turned the car back in yet. Now, according to the documents, y'all, they're saying that Offset may recognize, y'all, him as a repeat, custom. These guys say, well, we know him. He come rent cars all the time. But they're saying, y'all, that this 2020 Platinum how you say it, Brat? Bentayga, y'all, honey. They say he had it for a couple of days at a rate. He was only paying him $600 a day, and they're saying now, honey, the car has not come up. They say they asked him. Lord. Yeah, they say they asked him where the car was. He say he don't know where the car is. How do you not know where a car is?
Lose a whole car.
A whole car. Let somebody else drive it?
He didn't say let somebody else drive it or not, but honey, they say the car is missing. They say he has not turned it in, and these people say they want their doggone money. They suing him. They say they just want more. They've been out of more than $100,000.
That's one of them situations where everybody got that cousin named Terry that still got Terry. Got it? Terry? There's got to be somebody named Terry that got that car.
Jesus, well, I hope Cardi B don't divorce him because that car might be at some other, I ain't gonna say, honey, somebody's house.
They fine.
And he gave it to him and said, oh, baby, this is yours. And honey wound up stealing the car, renting it, and didn't pay for it. But we're gonna see how that turn out, y'all. Bless Cardi, honey. I feel so bad for Shaw in the public, thinking her man good and he can't find cars. All right, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors. I bet you Braden lost hers. But the color of the day, y'all, is mini wheat. On the high end, you say mini wheat. On the low end, just say beautiful tan. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
What is he talking about, Rick?
You said mini wheat. Is that the name? That's a color. You said mini wheat?
Yeah, mini wheat. That's tan, Ricky.
Frosted mini wheats.
Frosted mini wheat. No, I was thinking the same thing.
Coming up next in the hot spot, we lost somebody near and dear to our hearts. Gary, I know you're going to be sad at this one. I'm going to tell you all about it, who it is, y'all. Up next, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and
Catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, bottom of the hour, y'all. It is about that time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? This segment is brought to you by this 6-part series that reveals the 5 untold stories of rap's most notorious kingmakers and how America's streets helped shape the hip-hop culture. Hip Hop Uncovered premieres Friday, February 12th at 9 p.m. on FX and streams next day on FX on Hulu. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. We're going to have to start off with some bad news, y'all. Mary Wilson, y'all, a founding member of the Supremes, has passed away at the age of 76. Oh, Gary, I know you sad.
Oh, yes, I'm very sad. You know, honey, I mean, I loved all the Supremes, and especially Miss Mary Wilson, but, you know, Miss Ross was my favorite. But I just hope, you know, that now that Mary passed, I hope her and Miss Ross made up, honey, because, you know, they did not talk.
Oh, wow.
And I felt bad about that.
You're going to have to give us the inside scoop later on that.
The
they say she passed away suddenly. According to a statement from her longtime friend, he said she passed away suddenly this evening, said Jay Schwartz. Services will be private due to COVID-19 restrictions, and the celebration of Wilson's life will take place later this year, her publicist said.
You think she's going to the funeral, Gary?
That's what I was wondering, though, Rick, because Miss Ross, well, she probably said since it's COVID, she can't go. But, I mean, they
She'll
didn't
probably
talk.
send flowers and do everything nice, you know.
Yeah, like she did for Florence Ballard.
What, did they talk?
Mm-mm.
They didn't talk either?
I don't know why
they
nobody
never made up after all these years, Gary?
All those years, honey. I don't believe Miss Ross didn't talk to Mary unless they spoke later on in life. But as of now that I know, they did not talk. You know, and
they
Mary
never
Wilson
did a reunion show.
Miss Ross didn't want to do one.
Ooh,
allegedly.
All right, y'all. On that note, we're going to move on. Christina Milian has joined Stars, the Step Up series, replacing the role of Naya Rivera. As you all know, Naya passed away in July of 2020, and Christina Milian said, I know I have massive shoes to fill. Naya was incredible. I hope to honor Naya, her family, friends, and fans with a great performance. Series creator and executive producer Holly Sorensen said Naya's death was a terrible loss to our world that we will frankly never stop mourning. But they do believe that Christina Milian is a great choice, and she's gonna do a good job. So we're rooting for her, because that is hard to fill somebody's shoes once somebody passed away. That's almost like somebody coming in trying to be Chadwick Boseman and can't nobody else be T'Challa. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, y'all. Moving on. Tyler Perry is teaming up with LinkedIn for a series called Conversations for Change, a content and community discussion series created to drive engagement on racism in the workplace. Perry is serving as a guest editor this week, and he told Variety, I wanted to be a part of LinkedIn's Conversations for Change because there's so much going on in this country that we need to talk about. The word conversations mean dialogue between people, and in dialogue is where you find all of the truth, all of the pain, all of the nuance, and where you go to get what's from the heart and what's really affecting so many of us. This is true. What you think about that, Rick? That's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, just, man, it's...
Because we have a problem communicating with each other. People act like they don't know how to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So hopefully this helps bridge the gap in something, because I also know Tyler Perry had an issue with some of the church people not really, you know, doing the COVID-19 and being real supportive. We're really probably the white church people. But anyway, we're not going to even get off into that. We're going to wrap up
Have you ever thought in a million years that we would have somebody like Tyler Perry to do what he has done?
No,
not in a
somebody
million
that
years.
came from like the play world. Like, he came up from the bottom, and he's making crazy changes, and I love that. That's awesome. He's definitely,
and he's one of the few in the business that are actually properly implementing COVID-19 protocol on set to make sure that his crew, his talent, and everybody is safe. He was really going above and beyond. He should work for the CDC.
And he helps people so much.
For real,
all
Ricky.
The time he does something. All right, y'all. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. And want y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 1-866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, look. Y'all got to go to my website, right? Man, we had karaoke. We had my man Tatum, Special K cousin, perform, do a whole concert for us, man. He was great. But boy, I don't know who this chick from Bankhead came through. Her name was Boo. And she was singing Aaliyah Rock the Boat. It was so terrible that the fans loved it. It was the best. It was the best terrible performance. Like they went crazy because they was encouraging because she had confidence. Right. But when they knew this was going to be a mess when she started talking on the mic, how Bankhead talk, Brat? What did he say, Brat?
Hey, what's up, Shawty? What time it is, Shawty? What time? ATL, Shawty. What is Joe said? What side you from, Shawty? I'm about to do this song right here, Shawty. Hey, man, look here, man. Let me tell you, partner, what's up right here, man? What I'm about to do, man.
Hey, Special K, that's exactly what she was saying. It was just one of the greatest karaoke nights ever. And our ATL showed up, man. Half of the audience had drove all the way from Atlanta to Birmingham to participate and watch my man Mr. Tatum get down. So we had fun last night, man. So shout everybody out, man. All right, Special K got new and shout out to Boo.
I believe him,
B-O-O-H.
I don't know why,
Boo.
but I do.
Why you put the H on the end?
That's what was on the paper.
Oh, my
Boo.
God.
That's what was on the paper. B-O-O-H. Boo.
It smelled like that.
Brett, I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna have her come on the morning show. She gonna sing that Rock the Boat every morning. I swear, it give me so much life. Special K, what's up, boy?
Ghetto. Hey, man, today it's time to put on your thinking caps. Got questions? Ain't nobody asking because they ain't got no answers. Super Dave, if you would do me the honors of giving me some appropriate background music, please, sir. All right, here we go. If a deaf person makes a court appearance, is it still called a hearing?
Ooh, I'm done right there. You can stop right there. You ain't even got to go no further.
Question. Why y'all need training bras? What are y'all trying to teach them?
Sit up.
Question. Whatever happened to...
the answer to that one, Kay. You train them in the way that they should go. Go ahead.
Yeah,
here's another question.
Sit them up. You want them
Whatever
up.
happened to Old Orleans?
Good point.
Question. If you have sex with a prostitute but she don't charge, is it still a crime?
You said what?
Why do fat chance and slim chance mean the same thing?
Oh, wow.
Why do we say police but then say head lice? Why wouldn't we say police and head lease? Here's a question. What disease did cured ham actually have?
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Okay, I can't sing. Wait.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I need to speak with Tamika Purdue, please. I'd appreciate it.
This is she. Tamika Purdue.
Tamika, how you doing? This is TJ Sawyer. I'm calling on behalf of the Sackleson Corporation. We're the parent company of the apartment complex that you're renting out of. Found a little bit of information out from one of my maintenance men out there, Julio, one of our yard boys over there. Well, apparently Julio says that he saw an animal in your windowsill. He says that he saw a cat. So we're going to have to go ahead and evict you.
My mom has a key to the apartment. She has a cat. She brings it over here, but he's at my mom's house.
That's irrelevant, Miss Purdue. There's to be no animals on the premises whatsoever.
I mean, but it's at my mom's house.
Was the cat in your house or not?
She brought it. It was in the car my brother
You're
had.
stuttering. Miss Purdue, please don't stutter. That tells me that you're lying. I feel like you're lying.
Excuse me, but that's my mother's cat. I mean,
I don't give a damn whose cat it is, all right?
I mean, I done seen somebody at the end up with a parrot.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't a tent.
So you calling here cussing at me talking about I
I've yet to curse you.
I don't have an animal. I work 2 jobs. I'm only at home 3 days a week. You don't know my business. I get here at 11 o'clock p.m. Monday through Wednesday. I don't have time to tend to an animal.
If you like, we can get you to the end of the week. We can extend out the eviction notice, and we'll give you a little bit more time to get your furniture and stuff together.
You know, you, because I'll be gone.
The person you called is no longer on the line.
I'll be gone.
Hello?
Hello?
Mrs. Purdue?
Yes, I told you that's my mother's cat. This is my mother on the phone right now.
What's the problem?
I don't know, Miss Purdue, first off, don't you ever...
Tell him that's your cat. Now tell my mama how you...
Hold on, no, I did not... All I said was damn.
Let me tell you something. You unprofessional calling here. You know what you said. Tell my mother exactly what you said.
First off...
Listen how he's talking right now, talking about some Mama Purdue.
First, Mrs. Purdue, Mother Purdue.
Yes.
Okay, this is TJ Sark, and what we have going on, our yard boy Julio, one of the yard maintenance men over there, says that he saw an animal in Mrs. Purdue's window sill. Now, she went on to tell me about birds and parrots and crows and damn dogs on people's shoulders.
You out of
Sweetheart, it was my turn to talk.
I get the out, but you kiss my ass. You hear me? You don't call here telling that like that. I can go to my mama's house. So you and
Sweetheart.
You sweetheart.
Sweetheart, you really need to settle down.
Now, you got loud with me the first time you called, acting the way you did, cursing at me. Now, you acting like that because my mom is on the phone.
I never
You's a lie.
My voice.
You is a lie. Now, I'm just not raising mine because of the way you call here at me at first. Now, you tell Julio to kiss my ass and you do the same because I'm finna leave this right now. So you kiss my ass, you
Mama Purdue.
You, I'm finna hang up.
Mama Purdue, why's your daughter such a heathen?
The person you called is no longer on the line.
What do you want?
Tamika, it's Roywood Jr.
Boy, don't play with me like that. That went funny.
We sorry, girl. Your brother, Jaquel Purdue, is the one who put us up to it, girl.
I'm going to kick his ass when I get to Hoover. That ain't funny.
All right, Miss Purdue. Thanks for playing.
Bye-bye.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Nene Leakes, y'all. She is speaking out, and this girl is still talking, and something is going to change. I can feel it in my spirit, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Nene Leakes says, y'all, that she has Real Housewives of Atlanta group text, y'all, to prove racism, y'all. And, honey, they're saying she is slamming her manager for discrimination. Now, they're saying that Nene is calling out her manager. She called his name Stephen Grossman, if y'all don't know who he is by name. And they're saying she's firing a warning shot to Bravo as she continues her fight against inequality against black women, y'all, in reality TV. Now, they're saying, honey, that Nene tweeted this out the other day, and they're saying that, honey, she said, you can't turn on your teammate and get away with this, honey. She said, at Stephen Grossman, and so on. And suppression, she said, in retaliation, discrimination, unequal pay, devaluation against black women is real. She said, it is painful and it definitely hurts, and she's going to fight for all the women's rights, y'all. She said she's definitely going to do it. And somebody said, well, Nene, you tweet every Monday, girl, after the show go off on Sunday. She said, quote, I don't tweet about the show and don't even watch the show. She said, my concern is black women treatment behind. She said, the abuse, honey, you do not see, honey, which is happening, and it's very real. So she said, please, honey, don't make fun of this shit because it is very painful. Unquote.
Eva, did you go through any racism on the show?
Yes.
Yeah, by the girls. Not
Okay.
Okay. I went through racism by the girls because colorism is a real issue in our community, and they thought because God made me a little more fair that I thought I was better. So I would dealt with more racism with the cast members than the actual executives that worked there and paid me handsomely.
But now Nene wasn't included in that, huh? She didn't.
Well, you know, a lot of all, you notice the girls that call each other ashy and bald-headed and all of that stuff. So, yeah, it gets flung around right there on camera.
But she said the execs, right, Gary, the management.
I know, but I'm saying it's hard to eradicate a culture that you allow to persist on one side of the road and ask them not to allow it on the other side. You cannot generate and then unplug. It doesn't work that way.
Snap.
Right.
Damn.
I like that, girl.
Man, say that again, Eva. You can't what now?
You cannot generate it and then unplug it when it no longer services you. You're the one that started it, and now it don't service you, and now you're mad at it. But baby, you the one started the train.
I read between that line.
I'm gonna go ahead and digress. I'm mad at the
Say what, Brat?
I love. I'm just mad at it.
All right, baby. You heard it.
She said that one, Gary.
You can't unplug, honey. Baby.
You can't unplug and generate and unplug. Which, all right.
We're going to print that on your obituary.
We get some t-shirts made, baby.
Yes,
you gonna read it? You gonna read it for me at my funeral, Ricky?
They're going to have it right under interment.
Syllable Marcille.
All right, you heard it from her. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, I guess when your career starts to fail, honey, you got to go to the next career, honey. Everybody's talking about Bow Wow, y'all. Bow Wow tweeted y'all that he's done with rapping, honey, and is going to embark on a wrestling career. He said yesterday, y'all, that now, he said for the wrestling, he said, now I know that this, honey, might sound crazy, he said, but after I drop my last album, honey, I'm going to focus on TV and film. He said, but joining the WWE, honey, he said, it's been a lifelong childhood dream to wrestle in the WWE. Brad, did you know about that?
I did not.
Well, now you do, baby.
I did not, but I thought usually like bigger dudes, big old buff.
That's discrimination.
The women are big.
That's not discrimination.
That's discrimination.
I don't really watch it, so I don't know much about it. I'm asking. I'm not.
You don't have to be big to wrestle, honey.
I don't know. I don't watch it, so I'm asking you. I'm thinking of The Rock, Hulk Hogan, the Roddy Rod Piper, like all the ones I used to see. They were bigger.
Roddy Piper.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
China, the wrestler. She was a big girl.
So the girls are big. Xena, China, the girls are big. They're bigger than Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he said he gonna do that, baby. So I guess he got to get his career lined up.
More power to him. I mean, you got to keep reinventing yourself. That's great.
Yeah, that's good, child. Okay. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is mini wheat. On the high end, you say mini wheat, and on the low end, you say beautiful tan. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up. Gary, give it up for Gary with the T. All right. Okay, time for the wake up call. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Yeah, this is Schubert calling out of Akron, Ohio. I want to wake up. My wife's here. My daughter's 9. My son Vincent. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'm going to wake up call to Taylor Butler, Graniteville, South Carolina. Mommy loves you. Have a good day. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Corey Dorsey in Birmingham, Alabama. Wake up my daughter Cameron Dorsey and the Carver Lady Rams. We got a big game tonight, area game versus Leeds tonight. Carver Lady Rams, wake up.
My name is Lyndon. I'm calling from Warner Robins, Georgia. I just want to tell everybody to have a good day and wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Miss Mateen Mason, Jordan Matthews art teacher. I need all my students to wake up. Beautiful Solid City, North Carolina. Y'all wake up.
Tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. When you at Miami, wake up. Seattle, wake up. And Detroit, wake up. Come on. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louis, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. And Memphis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, thank you, Brat.
You're welcome, Rickey.
We got the one and only senior advisor to the president and director of the White House Office of Public Engagement, man. The one and only Cedric Richmond.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Look, no problem. It's I think it's day 19 or 20. It's been a busy 20 days.
Right. And, and listen to this, y'all. President Joe Biden has signed a number of executive orders during his first weeks in office, ranging from the pandemic to immigration. And so I'm happy to have you this morning. And Cedric Richmond is a senior advisor to the president, former Louisiana congressman. So we're so happy, joining us this morning. And listen, it's putting it out mildly to say that the Biden administration walked into a big mess last month. Would you say that President Biden's first 100 days, agenda is still on track?
It is still on track, and we did walk into what we would call a mess. We didn't have a pandemic plan. We didn't have a plan to get the vaccines out. But that's okay. We were prepared for it. We're dealing with it. We're going to get 100 million shots out in the first 100 days. But the other part that's important is on day one, President Biden signed an executive order on racial equity. And he said it during the campaign that he was serious about it. He signed it on day one, but then he came back with a speech to say, look, I told you I was going to do it. I did it. Now I'm signing another executive order to root out racism at the Department of Housing and Urban Development because we want to increase black and brown home ownership because that's how you transfer wealth to generations. That's how you get equity and start your first business. That's how you put your kids through college. But then he signaled, look, and now we're going next to HBCUs, to the Small Business Administration, and he just went down a list of things that he's going to focus on in the African American community. And so I'll just end with this and he acknowledged that criminal justice reform, policing has to get done. But that is not where racial equity starts and stops in the black community to deal with the economic and wealth disparity also. So we're focused on it.
Okay. Awesome. Go ahead, Kate. Okay, yeah. So speaking of criminals, President Biden wasn't exactly in favor of this second impeachment trial for Donald Trump. So where does he stand as things get underway this week with that?
Well, look, he thinks the House and the Senate have an obligation to do what they need to do. And look, I was in the House. I was there that day. There are consequences and repercussions for actions. We learned that when we were small. Most of the time it involved a switch or something like that. But we learned that you just can't do anything. And so if you let a president of the United States lead an insurrection into the capital of democracy of the world without any consequences, then what is impeachable? You know, when do you hold somebody accountable? So what we're doing this week as a White House is we're tending to the people's business. So we're trying to pass the American Rescue Plan. We're meeting with business leaders. We're meeting with members of Congress. We're doing what we need to do to get this $1.9 trillion on the street, $1,400 checks in the hands of hurting families, increasing the child tax credit, the earned income tax to lift kids out of poverty immediately. So that's what we're focused on. But the House and the Senate should do what they have to do.
Go ahead, Brat.
I'm sorry, but when it comes to the president's COVID-19 relief bill, what's the next plan of action?
Well, right now, the House is meeting. Their committees are actually putting we passed the top line, so now the committees are actually putting in the different facets of the bill. So you have the checks that went through Ways and Means. You'll have minimum wage in the House today. You will have, every day you will see the House adding more to it, and then you'll see the Senate doing almost the same thing, but a little bit later, and then we'll bring those two bills together.
Gotcha. So what we really want to know, is there enough progress being made when it comes to getting COVID-19 vaccines into arms? Because that's what everyone's worried about, especially as it pertains to black and brown communities.
That's a great question. And the answer is not as much as we want to be happening. Before we took office, they were averaging somewhere around 500,000 shots a day. We're well over 1 million. Last week, I think we hit 2 million twice in a day, and hopefully we can stay on track above 1 million. But here's the key. Why the American Rescue Plan is so important, because we want to go fund federally supported centers in neighborhoods that are reluctant. We want to have mobile vaccination units that we can take to neighborhoods and communities that may be reluctant or will take it, but only if it comes straight to them. We understand that there's a legitimate skepticism in the black community about vaccines and the fact that this was done in 10 months with a president they didn't trust. So we're going to give people the science. We're going to educate them, but we're also going to let them know that you're playing Russian roulette if you don't take the vaccine. It may not be with your life, but it may be with your parents' life or some loved one who may have comorbidity. And so we're going to respect people. We're going to educate them. And then we're going to ask them to trust us, because the one thing we're trying to do is be as transparent as possible.
Hey, Mr. Richmond, we would love to have you come back on the show. You can come on anytime and give us updates on what's going on, with the Biden administration and the challenges that y'all have and the progress that y'all are making. I am so honored to have you on. Thank you so much for for taking time out of your schedule to speak with us this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give it up and show your love for the senior advisor to President Joe Biden, Mr. Cedric Richmond. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you to the whole gang.
Going down.
Hey, Rick.
What up, Black Tony?
Hey, tell Jalen, hold on for a minute, boy. Hey, look.
Hold on, Jalen.
Hey.
You want to talk to him?
Yeah, tell him hold on for a sec. Let me tell you something, Rick. Hey, let me tell you something, Shawty. I want to say something to you, Brat, Evil, Gary, Roxy. I want to say something to all of y'all, Shawty. All y'all let me stay in jail, shawty. Ain't now one of y'all bawling me out, shawty. All y'all let me stay in jail. But let me say something right here, shawty.
Yeah.
Shawty, you know who stepped up to the plate, shawty?
Who?
You know who stepped up to the plate, sent my girl $1,500?
Who?
Get me out of jail yesterday, shawty.
Who?
J-Line sound, shawty. J-Line stepped up, got your boy out of jail, shawty. He sure did.
John.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, but you know all of the stuff that Tony did in the past, I said, I'm going to leave that in the past. It's a new year. We're going to just move forward. You know, so I figured I'd look out for him, you know?
Hey, but look, I got... Hey, but look, hey, Rick. Hey, Rick. I got one problem, though, shawty. He stepped up. He got me out of jail, shawty, but let me tell you something, what he did, though, shawty.
Yeah.
He got me a plane ticket, too, to come back to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But get what, though, shawty?
Yeah.
He got me a regular plane ticket, shawty. He ain't give me no first class ticket, shawty. I think that was real bogus. You know what I'm saying, shawty? J-Line, you a sucker for that, cuz. J-Line, you a sucker for that, shawty.
You so ungrateful to do it.
I'm a celebrity, shawty. You supposed to put me on a first class plane ticket.
First class where? First class on Spirit.
I would say J-Line.
First class. Let's sit on in Spirit.
Hey, trust us, y'all. He ain't cussing. He just sound like he is.
I'm just saying, shawty, that was real low. Shawty, that was real lame with you, shawty. Don't put me on a regular plane ticket,
hey,
shawty. You supposed to put me on first class, shawty.
J-Line, did you say you set up a plane ticket on Spirit?
Yeah.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 7 minutes after the hour. Y'all, Gary's tea is being brought to you by
Macy's. Tune in each week starting Thursday, February 4th to the Undressing Room podcast presented by Macy's with hosts me, Eva Marcille, L'Oreal, and Dominique the Diva. 3 powerhouse women who are not afraid to speak our mind. Available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. They are back together, and everybody's just excited about it, y'all. Ray J and his beautiful wife, y'all, Miss Princess Love, y'all. He made the statement yesterday that he is saying that we are together. He said, and we are back together. He said it was just a journey that they had to take, y'all. He said, but now they are together. And he said he think that is love, y'all, and they're being together. And he said now it's just figuring out how we do keep it consistent, unquote. Isn't that nice? I mean, because they need to be together. They have those babies, and Miss Sonia needs to see her grandchildren. Because you know, usually when the mama run away with the babies, honey, you ain't fit to see them. The other grandmother ain't gonna see them cheering until she feel like showing them to them. So congratulations.
I don't think Princess Love will play with Ray J mama like that.
Oh, you don't think she'll?
Now, Miss Sonia, no. Miss Sonia pull up on you. Miss Sonia pull up at the house.
You don't understand.
You don't do that.
I've been on the bad end, the tough end of some of those conversations. Miss Sonia, I mean, she's real sweet, but she's like
sweet.
that auntie, and she's going to give you her honest opinion. She don't play with you, and she's nice, right. And you just absolutely love her at the same time. She's that mother that graduated from Southern University, member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. She's cool, but she'll get you together real quick. So
Princess Love ain't keeping them cheering from her, Gary.
Girl, if Miss Princess Love want to saddle up them kids and put them in the car and go, honey, Miss Sonia be looking for them, honey, because baby, Miss Princess Love look like she'll
be scared to do something like that because you always got butterflies in your stomach with Miss Sonia. She don't play no games.
Okay, even when I see her today, I'll be like, hey.
Hey, Brat, isn't it crazy? Like every time you working and Miss Sonia show up on the set, it's 2 people that get you nervous. Miss Sonia and Kim Fields' mom.
Oh yes, Miss Chip Fields.
Boy,
yes.
Boy, when it's something about it. When they walk in the room, you get yourself together. You sit up straight. You speak correctly. You be nice, and you love, and you trying to be on your best behavior because Miss Sonia Norwood and Chip Fields will correct you on the spot, and I absolutely love it. I love it. Yeah. I love it.
All right. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all, the prayer of a righteous, y'all, will prevail, honey, and prayer did prevail, y'all, for YFN Lucci, y'all. It's being reported that he is out of the pen, y'all. They say he's been released from jail after being arrested on charges of felony murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, and possession of a firearm, y'all, during the commission of a felony. Now, you know, he dated Reginae, honey, Lil Wayne's daughter recently, and everybody saying they're glad that he's out of jail, but they're saying he had to forfeit his passport. He got to wear an ankle monitor at home, and he has to be inside of his home between the hours of 7 p. and 7 a, y'all. So he's also, we're going to see, and they say he can go to the doctor, but he got to make appointments with the doctor. He had to see his lawyer. He had to visit his children. So, and so, but that's a long time, 7 p. to 7 a. So he could be gone all year then, huh? Because I mean, that's a long time to be, you know, that you can stay out, honey. So
that's a lot of charges. I mean, he probably gonna have court, and they got to figure out what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah. Well,
how much time you think he'll do?
I have no idea, but murder ain't no small crime.
Right. So he out on bond.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. He was just on $500,000. I think that's what they got him out. So that's what 10% of that, huh? Isn't that what 50,000? Something like that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, all right. The color of the day, y'all, is one of my favorite colors. I was waiting on Ricky.
Wow.
The color of the day, y'all, is mini wheat.
Math, didn't you?
Okay, on the high end, you say mini wheat. On the low end, just say tan. That's the color of the day, y'all. Huh?
I was always curious. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking, you sound like you're really good in math. Was math your subject?
Well, I was in FOM.
What's that?
What is that?
Fundamentals of mathematics.
Fundamentals of math.
It's like special. It's like your regular math.
Yeah.
So you took remedial math. I'll start the music. So you took remedial math.
But let me tell you something, though, baby. I know my check, honey, and I know how to count. I know how to count that much, but yeah, I was in FOM.
But so you're taking regular spelling and regular English, but they put you in remedial when it came to math.
Baby, they put me in FOM. Child, we used to run the class, but that's all right, though. I passed.
Gary, how many people was in the class with you?
We had a full class, though, honey. I think it was about maybe 20 of us. But, you know, the girls used to tease you. Girl, you in FOM.
Gary, what time did y'all go to lunch? Did you have lunch at 9:30?
No, we had regular. What time did we go? Like, we went to lunch around 11 or 12 ish. But it's just the idea. You don't want to be seen, honey, coming out of FOM. So, baby, you know, when the bell rang, girl, you peeked out the window and ran in the hall.
Gary, I got an announcement. I got an announcement. I was in FOM math too.
You was in FOM?
Stop it, Gary.
I don't even know what that is.
It's fundamental of mathematics, girl. We couldn't do math regular, girl. Hell, I didn't even get to algebra.
Gary,
No.
I didn't. Gary, I took basic algebra from Mr. Geis.
Hell, I didn't take none.
I got tested and took me out of that. I had to go to the new building for my math class.
Yes, baby. And I was hurt, though, but look at it, though, Ricky. We didn't need no damn algebra. Are you using algebra now? No. Ain't nobody need no algebra. I know how to do addition and subtraction. Hell.
Gary, Mike
Do
L said.
not encourage that. Yes,
Hold on, Gary. Mike L said they had him in the. Mike L said, Brad. Mike L said they had him in FOM. Mike L said he was crying. Mike L was in the class. Mike L said his teacher said, y'all put y'all helmet on and take a nap.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Everybody know that the COVID-19 pandemic doesn't seem to be going anywhere soon, and parents are as concerned. Schools are reopening. Parents are really concerned in some counties, despite health concerns from parents and teachers. Now, on the line to help answer some of the top questions asked by parents is one of the best pediatric doctors in Atlanta, Dr. Tiffani Billingsly. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are so happy to have you. A lot of stuff going on now. COVID-19 infection rates are going down, but the death rate is still breaking numbers across the country. And with some schools going back to in-person learning, is it safe for their children in the classroom? That's what a lot of parents want to know.
Yes, so this is obviously one of the biggest questions I'm getting in the office. For kids who are returning to school, there are some safety precautions that I am stressing with my families. First, of course, making sure that your kids are wearing masks is really, really important. For all children 2 and up, this is really going to be crucial in us minimizing the spread of COVID-19. And also let me add that wearing it properly, so them putting it over their nose and their mouth, is something that we really need to make sure we're working on with our kids. And then, of course, good hand washing, practicing social distancing as much as possible. And if your child is not feeling well, please keep them home from school. I do suggest going to the CDC website because they have recommendations around what you can look for to ensure your school is as safe as possible. I will say my experience in my office, a lot of schools have been doing a good job in ensuring that, you know, if there is a case, making sure that parents are having to keep kids out, and many schools are ensuring kids are needing to be tested if they are returning to school. So again, I would look at those guidelines on the CDC website because those are going to help ensure that your child is following those guidelines that are going to keep the schools as safe as possible.
Dr. Tiffani, are there any reports out there that showing any new vaccine variants having any kind of effect on children any differently than adults?
So currently there are no reports that actually indicate that any of the new and the variants of COVID-19, the different strands now that we're seeing, there are no reports that are actually indicating that they're having a different effect on children than that of adults as of right now.
So should parents give toddlers and babies vitamins or supplements? Like, what can we do to help boost their immune system?
So, great question. You know, first, let me just say, when it comes to the immune system, vaccines. This is going to be one of the best ways towards building their immune systems during this time. And it does help to prevent a lot of severe illnesses. Obviously not COVID-19, but it does help minimize them getting some other illnesses that could otherwise be detrimental. It is still the season for getting the flu shot, so I do highly recommend that. But other things that you can do to help boost your kids' immune systems, multivitamins are good, especially those that have vitamin C in them, because that's going to help boost the immune system. But I do always recommend talking to your doctor first, because they're going to help you figure out what's going to be the best vitamin for your child. And then making sure they're eating balanced meals with fruits and vegetables, drinking lots of water, and getting in exercise as well is going to be really key.
Oh, now spring is right around the corner, and it's already registration time for sports. Are outside sports safe for children? You know, soccer, Little League football.
Yeah, great question. Now, of course, you know, doing things outside is going to always be better than being inside. So if parents are choosing to go ahead and register their children for outdoor sporting activities, again, the CDC has guidelines around the things that can be done to ensure safety. But a few things that I would stress is thinking about social distancing. So when that is possible, trying to enforce that as much as possible. Also, if your child is coming in contact with someone else, wearing a mask is going to be highly recommended. And then if that mask gets wet as a result of sweating and those kinds of things, changing it, because that's going to be, if their mask is wet, that's not going to allow it to be as protective as it should be as it relates to spreading the virus. And then disinfecting equipment, not sharing water bottles, all of those things are going to be really important to help keep kids as safe as possible with sports.
Right. Are you seeing the numbers go down, being the fact that they're getting up to 1.3 million shots a day? Are you seeing trends with the numbers going down, or, you know, less patients, less people? Less people being, you know, sick. What are you seeing in your offices and do you feel like this whole pandemic is going, you know, in a direction where it's starting to taper off a little bit?
So, you know, of course, for my patients, the vaccine is not yet approved for my patients. And so to that end, I can't say that I'm seeing so much of a change in my kids who have been ill from COVID-19. Now, I will say, though, for many of them, they've either been asymptomatic or they haven't really had, you know, they may have mild cold symptoms. So it's like fever, cough, runny nose. But their family members are the ones that, you know, may still be dealing with a lot of the more severe complications of the illness. Having said that, you know, children do still get, you know, very ill. They can end up in the hospital. But generally speaking, I do think that we're headed in the right direction with us having the vaccine, because the more people who are getting vaccinated, then it will help minimize severe illness and then even those getting the illness altogether. And that will have then a trickle-down effect to their children as well.
Hey, another question I want to ask. All of the people, everybody that's listening with kids, and even for themselves, I know you pediatric, you specialize, in kids care. How can people figure out and find out, how they can get vaccinated?
Great question. So, of course, right now it is still recommended mainly for first responders, healthcare workers, those who are over 65, or those who are caregivers for those that are over 65. So that's where the focus is right now. And to that end, if you're looking to get vaccinated, going to the Georgia Public Health website, because a lot of the different locations that are in Atlanta, or should I say throughout the state, are going to be listed there. And then also there are several different pharmacies now that are actually starting to post dates for vaccination. So I would definitely look at those options, and then contacting your doctor, because they can absolutely give you information on where to look, because frequently these dates for vaccinations are going to fill up quickly.
Yeah, and the same thing if you're in Texas, or if you're in Florida, if you're in Michigan, if you're in Virginia, South Carolina, Tennessee, all over the country. Y'all make sure y'all just apply that same information to your state, and and make sure you get on the list and get vaccinated. A lot of people have already been vaccinated, so you'll be surprised the avails, people getting vaccinated. Special care, the only somebody that don't need to get vaccinated is crackheads. Them the only somebody that survived the pandemic. I'm sorry, Dr. Billis. Dr. Billis, I'm so sorry. That slipped. Dr. Billis.
You know what?
I'm
the expert on that. Vaccinated, okay?
Right.
Everybody.
That's right. Yeah, but them crackheads got that same mask on their head since March. They wear it on top of their head. They survive. They asymptomatic. They got all kind of antibodies and Percocet mixed up. I'm sorry, Dr. Billis, I apologize for my behavior. Thank you. I know you'll never come on this show again. You don't
No, I have a lot of fun with you guys, and I appreciate your having me.
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the one and only Dr. Tiffani Billingsly. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Good morning, Jeff.
Man, I'm so good, it's not even fair. I am excited that the proceedings for former President Trump are moving forward. And even though I know that in many cases it may not be this ongoing trial where he ultimately goes to jail, I just love the fact that history and the Constitution will ensure that he will be labeled in history as the worst president in the history of the United States. So I'm glad to see that. I'm more excited about the fact that we can move on and address pressing issues of the day, but just making sure that history solidifies how terrible he was is important to me. Something that's happening, Rick, and you all know this, that since the rebellions of last summer, there have been a ton of companies that have tried to lay out diversity, inclusion, equity statements, talk about what they want to do. But in recent weeks, there's been a really interesting story around Activision Blizzard. And if you don't know who they are, they own titles like Overwatch, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Diablo. They are a gaming company. And what I think is pretty dope is that the AFL-CIO, who actually owns stock in both EA and Activision, challenged them as stock owners about putting in place a Rooney Rule, which is what the NFL also uses to ensure that you have diversity in hiring in every position. And it doesn't mean that you have to hire a diverse candidate. It just means that you have to ensure that a diverse candidate is part of the applicant pool. Well, your Activision Blizzard pushed back and essentially said, and I'm paraphrasing, not quoting, that trying to make them do that would cause undue harm to their business, ultimately saying that in this fast-paced world, they don't have the ability and or the time to make sure they have diverse candidates for every position. And it's this age-old thing where you hear companies of all kinds talk about there aren't qualified Black or Latinx candidates out there, which we all know is nonsense. And And in this moment in particular, you all, we need to make sure that the companies that we are supporting understand not only that inclusion and equity is profitable and creates growth, but if they don't do it, they are literally saying that they don't care about not only growth, but they don't care about us being part of the process of bringing to market brilliance, but they still want our dollars in the process. And many of us know this already, but I am extremely helpful. I'm thankful, rather, when the AFL-CIO's work and others is bringing to the table. Y'all know black folks, in many cases, drive the gaming industry.
Right.
And for them to say that they aren't even willing to explore how they can ensure that they have diverse candidates just speaks highly to where their commitment is. And we know it's not just them. It's so many. So let's keep paying attention to this, because there are some companies that are trying to do right. Before I get out of here, Rick, I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl. I do, however, want to talk about the NFL and the NFL Man of the Year being Russell Wilson.
Right.
And for those of you that haven't seen the story, Russell Wilson won Man of the Year, which is also known as the Walter Payton Award. Man, to list all the things that he does, all the things that he and Sierra do would take the rest of the show. But I just think it's amazing, Rick, that every Tuesday since he was drafted, that he has spent time volunteering at a hospital there in Seattle. And even since COVID, he's done it every week virtually. Man. And that just speaks not only to a level of commitment, man, but it just speaks to who he is as a human being. Right. And so to be the amazing player he is, and obviously the amazing human he is, I just want to give a huge salute to Russell Wilson for all that he and Sierra are doing philanthropically, but just how he shows up as a brother beyond how he shows up as a player. Y'all hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Those are 3 things I got for you. Y'all have a great Tuesday, man.
Rickey Smiley on the show.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it.
Right there. That's the best part of that song.
Boy, that song gonna be in your head all day. And it goes a little something like this.
Man, I remember being at my grandparents' house, man, back there in the twin bed, while Uncle Bruce was in the other bed, and we waiting on this to come on. You better say it, Billy Joel. Come on.
Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone.
Yes, sir. One of my all-time favorite songs by Billy Joel. And I play this out when I'm fishing with the kids and we out there on the boat. When I tell you, that is a good, let the sunroof back and get on the highway, drive from Dallas to Houston. I played that all the way to Houston. I played about 5 times, that long-ass 3.5 hour drive to Houston and get your mind off all the Trump signs on the side of the highway, driving from Dallas to Houston. That was scary. And then you pass the Chainsaw Massacre, Texas house. Pretty scary, but that song is snap you right out of it. Listen, Gary, remember that?
Vaguely. I'm like, that sound like that was Brat era or
That's
something.
the Bosom Buddies. That's the Bosom Buddies. No, it's not Brat era. That's your era. The
Your
TV
era.
show, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari.
They had a sitcom called The Bosom Buddies. Super Dave, do you remember that?
Love it. Listen to this every day in the gym. Every day.
Really?
That is one of my all-time favorite songs. That was one of the funniest sitcoms on TV. Did y'all know that Tom Hanks, who's a movie star, had a sitcom that came on every week called Bosom Buddies? It came on. 80s. Yeah, it was in the 80s. It was right. It came on right before Mark and Mindy. Y'all don't understand Mark and Mindy. Robin Williams.
Classic.
Man, come on, bro. And this is Brat. What you said yesterday was real important. Back in the day when TV shows had real theme songs.
Yes.
They don't have them anymore. They just come on. They just try to do that damn 22 minutes. And they got 22 minutes. And y'all know y'all don't
everything in.
Y'all don't understand that a sitcom is it 30 minutes? A 30-minute sitcom only lasts 22 minutes when you add commercials. So you got 22 minutes to get out. So they don't have time for a theme song anymore. But how was they able to
have time back in the day? Apartment, because it was like a situation where they had to be women, so they had to fake like they was women. And
see, now even you would have liked it.
It sounds like elevated music to me.
TV.
Huh?
That sounds like elevator music to me. I've
Oh, no,
heard it,
that
but I
ain't-
feel like I was going up.
Yeah, but that ain't no damn elevator song. That's Billy Joel. That's a real song, and it was in the top. It was on #1 on Billboard charts for weeks. So that's a
I'm
real
adding it
song
to
that
my
they
playlist.
that they still play on playlists to this day. I know one of my favorite stations in Miami play it all the time or whatever. But Billy Joel, if you listen to the best of Billy Joel, that song right there, come on. It's called The Bosom Buddies. It's a feel-good song. And believe it or not, my kids know every word of that song. They know all of Billy Joel
Not
stuff.
surprised. You they
Oh,
daddy.
yeah. Oh, you know it. They play
You
that
gonna
stuff.
teach your
man.
baby some music.
What, Billy
I know
Joel?
that.
But don't get me started. No, Elton John. We go to Wait a minute. No, I took y'all to see Fleetwood Mac. We went to I took a whole Dish Nation crew. We went to see Fleetwood Mac when they came to the Phillips Arena on a Wednesday night, and we danced our ass off. And I'm gonna let everybody know.
Play Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. I
bet
bet
I
you
will.
Play Dreams.
I bet I will. I bet I will.
Dreams, boy.
I tell you what. What Frankie Beverly and Maze is the black people, Fleetwood Mac is the white people. They are the white version of Frankie Beverly and Maze. It's called Fleetwood Mac. I'm not lying about that. Everybody know that's true. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Special guest by Mr. Thomas, y'all. Billie Jean by the late great Michael Jackson. Mr. Thomas, you wrote me a letter and sent it in the mail with the Martin Luther King stamp because you don't text to let me know to play Billie Jean. And the letter got here yesterday just in time, so I played it for you this morning. Mr. Thomas, how that made you feel?
Oh, man, I'm glad. Thank you. I think the mailman dropped my letter off. I tell you, this song remind me of Barbara Jean. I had a Barbara Jean. I got her pregnant. I ain't got that. That boy ain't my son. That's why I like that part when he say, she says, I am the one, but the kid is not my son. He ain't my doggone son. Go on, Barbara Jean.
Hey, Brat, did you hear him hit them note? What was the note? What was the notes again? Sing it again, Mr. Thomas.
He says, I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Barbara Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl I met at the Elk. That's all.
Who was you with, Mr. Thomas, at the Elk?
I was at the Elks with none other than Maestro Powell from Wabasso, Florida. Barbara Jean from Fort Pierce trying to get us jammed up. She said, I am the one, but the kid is not my son. Go, Barbara Jean, you're breaking my heart, babe. Kid ain't my doggone son. Go out of here.
Mr. Thomas, we are so happy to have you, man. And Mr.
All
Thomas,
right.
Yeah, so listen, have you gotten your vaccine shot yet?
No, I ain't get no vaccine. No. Ain't gonna stick nothing to me. Nope. Ain't gonna do that. Ain't gonna do that. Get that needle from me. Go. Go. Get that needle from me.
Maestro Power got his shots.
He got his, but what they had in the vaccine was some oranges from Wabasso, Florida. They only shot him up with some oranges.
Is that what it was?
They shot some oranges.
Right.
Yep. Indian River County, orange, all up in the man's bloodstream. Maestro thought he got Maestro got oranges. Maestro Powell.
Hey, now, Mr. Thomas, where did you watch the Super Bowl and did you enjoy the game? And what do you think about the halftime show?
Yeah, I watched the Super Bowl at the American Legion. That's right. All the old folks. We brought everybody together from the PFW, the American Legion, and the Elks. We all met at the American Legion, and the Super Bowl was good. It's just that boy, what is his name?
Brady.
Saturday, Sunday, the weekend. He was on there. He looked like a young Richard Pryor with that 1980s mustache. He was good. He was out there with the afro, but he was all inside the camera. Back up, little boy. He was all up in the camera. Back up.
And it made your nerves bad.
made my nerve. I thought he was in the American Legion with us. He was all up in the camera. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right.
Now, Mr. Thomas, what kind of cologne you was rocking? And tell everybody about your cologne collection that you have.
Yeah, I got a nice cologne. I got some good Lagerfield. I wear that on Monday. And then I take a nice little bath. And then I put on some old tooth on. Yes, sir. Super get it done. I'm telling you now. And then Wednesday I put on some a one-man show. Yes, sir. And then I put on some old English leather on Thursday. Some Fahrenheit on Friday. I call it Fahrenheit Fridays and gray flannel Saturdays. I'm telling you. Gray flannel Saturdays.
Now, you know, let everybody know that you do have that cool water. You say that for special occasions, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Cool water. I wear that on Sundays a little bit because I go stop at a program at anybody's church. I don't care who church I come to. I put on some of that cool water. All of a sudden, all the white diamonds start lining up. Yes, I put that cool water on. All the white diamonds start lining up.
Now, Mr. Thomas, we're going to go ahead and play your song this morning because you got your message out there. You are trying to keep people off drugs, Mr. Thomas, and it's got to be one person out there that can get saved from being on drugs, smoking that crack and smoking that weed, Mr. Thomas. You got to save them.
You better believe it, nephew. I got a song that y'all normally play. It bring people to the altar, want to get a life and turn it over. Put the song on right now.
Now your song, Brat.
I know.
Let's go. You don't
have to do drugs.
Yes.
I love how you always be a beat off. One beat off.
You don't have to do drugs. Get by. What did they do? You think oh, you know it'll hit you there that you see yourself. Now here goes my favorite part. Loretta, hit it. Come on, Jesus. Love you.
Come on.
Put the drugs away.
Get up off the cocaine.
You need to get up off the cocaine. Get up off the crack. Get yourself together.
Yeah.
Get it.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Thomas, man. We love you, man, and we'll talk to you next week. Yes, sir, y'all. The one and only, the best friend of Maestro Powell from Wabasso, Florida. The one and only, Mr. Thomas.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Eva, good morning. Oh, I'm sorry, brought to you. I'm sorry, my bad, Eva. Hold on, brought to you by.
Okay.
The internet went out again, Rati.
It's okay. He can bring it back around on the sports. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look of your news, Rickey, this morning on beautiful Tuesday. So Donald Trump's second Senate impeachment trial starts today. Debates and arguments will happen over the next few weeks. However, no one is actually expecting Trump to be convicted, since it will take 17 Republicans joining Democrats in order for that to actually happen. Meanwhile, the daily number of COVID-19 cases are now the lowest they've been since November, and that is something to clap about. But experts are warning that we could see another spike, which is the UK variant of the coronavirus, and it's expected to dominate the U.S. within a month. Also, Republican Representative Ron Wright of Texas has died of COVID-19 on Sunday. He has become the first sitting member of Congress to die from the virus. Meanwhile, Democrats have set a date that hopefully will pass another coronavirus relief bill, Rickey. That date is March the 14th and cannot come soon enough. Now, in other news, Georgia, you know that's what we're waiting on. Check in that. And not just the checks, though, the student loan forgiveness, the furloughs that help us with the rent and the evictions and all that good stuff. So come on, March 14th for this package. Now, in other news, Georgia State Secretary has opened an official investigation into the phone call placed by Donald Trump in which he tried to convince top election officials to change the votes count. Now, also, hackers in a town near Tampa, Florida, tried to poison the drinking water, Ricky, by changing the chemical levels. Well, thank God they were caught before anything happened. And now, please hold your laughter. In a very, very odd story, a black woman from Louisiana who deliberately used Gorilla Glue on her hair instead of hairspray is now considering suing. Her name is Tasika Brown. Her TikTok video went viral, but after 22 hours in the hospital, still her hair is rock hard after a month, and she has now started a GoFundMe to help the medical bills to loosen up her hair because it's kind of hard, Ricky. I know.
Yeah,
I can't
Y'all
even make
seen
this.
the video?
But you don't even.
Yeah, we saw the video. She's gonna have to get some neutralizer mixed with a perm. They got to take a perm, some neutralizer, and some whatever stuff they use to make
goof off.
She needs some turpentine.
What I can say in her defense, Tasika Brown made sure her edges were laid before she sprayed that glue. So though she's been rocking that same ponytail for over a month, that ponytail, that baby hair is still laid down there. So, there's silver lining at the end of the tunnel. All right? That was a quick
goof off sit on her head for about 24 hours.
Wait a minute. Stop the music. She need what, right, T? What she need?
Goof off, man. Goof off, get everything off. Goof off. Man, goof off so strong it'll make cement melt. Just spray that on her head, let it sit for 24 hours. She'll be all right.
He said she needs some goof off.
And to learn more about Goof Off and what we've been talking on the front page news, please log on to the Rickey Smiley morningshow.com. Rock T and your Goof Off. What's going on in sports?
If you need anything unstuck, use Goof Off. The sports brought to you by Reach Media, man. Get your laugh on with fantastic, glorious comedy from the DMV featuring Huggy Lowdown and Chris Paul on Friday, February the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on blackamericaweb.com. Super Bowl champ Tom Brady sends an apology text to Kansas City Chiefs defensive back Tyrann Mathieu, a.k.a. the Honey Badger, apologizing for losing his cool with both of them got into a few back and forth altercations on the field, man, during the Super Bowl. Brady told Tyrann that he has always praised him as a player, and he's an incredible leader and champion and a class act. Tyrann claims that Brady actually started the verbal spat when he called Matthew something that he will not repeat, which is probably why Tom Brady is actually apologizing. So there you go. Glad they're going to make up. Hey, man, there was an epic showdown on the basketball court last night in women's hoops. Number 1, South Carolina loses to number 2, UConn, man. Big up to freshman Paige Beckers. Dropped 31 points for UConn. And last but not least, men's college hoops, Miami Hurricanes, the North Carolina game was postponed right before the tip-off after a party video surfaced of North Carolina players partying with no mask on campus after beating Duke on Saturday night. So they had to cancel the doggone game. As Ricky get off the floor, that's all I got for sports right now. Follow me at Rock T Holla on social media
Drop it
platforms.
like it's hot.
Like it's hot.
Catch me at the hot spot. It's the Horror 18.
I got you, Rick.
Richmond by the morning show is the same as being bothered by who, Rock T?
Goof off, man. Unstick the unbelievable stuck.
This 6-part series reveals the 5 untold stories of rap's most notorious kingmakers and how America's streets helped shape the hip-hop culture. Hip Hop Uncovered premieres Friday, February 12th at 9 p.m. on FX and streams next day on FX on Hulu. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Michael B. Jordan's production company, Outlier Society, they've signed a deal with Amazon to magnify their partnership with the First Look film deal and overall TV deal. First up from their partnership will be Jordan's starring vehicle Without Remorse, out on April 30th. Can't wait to see that. Moving on in more TV and movie news, The Chi. According to the Deadline, on Monday, actors Jason Weaver and Tabitha Brown have joined the cast of the Showtime series, The Chi. Weaver will play the role of Rashad, Marshall, an old friend of Triggs, Luke James's character, who's expecting difficulty while rebuilding his life. And Brown will play a character named Octavia, a successful interior designer who crosses paths with Keisha, played by Burgundy Baker. Now, we love this show, The Chi. Props to Lena Waithe. Candy is on that show. We love Candy. We always represent for her. She's a great friend of the show, and we go back for years. So we're going to move on that note. Diddy is suing Sean John, y'all. Now, many people thought he still owned Sean John, but he must have sold it a long time ago. He made it popular many years ago, but he's filed a legal complaint against the brand that's the current owner, Global Brands Group USA, for $25 million. The lawsuit claims that GBG USA did a partnership with Misguided, that's a clothing company based in the UK, to create a woman's line and use Diddy's name, image, and likeness when promoting the brand. You can't do that if it ain't yours. If you don't own it, you can't use it. Diddy's attorneys are accusing GBG USA of false endorsement, misappropriation of likeness, and violating his public rights. And last but not least, I got one more little thing to let y'all know. Cardi B is doing more music. She said that she has recorded 50 new songs. She said, I really wanted to put out an album last year, but it was like, I feel like I don't have the right songs. I recorded so many songs, and I think I got like 50 recorded, she said, and I'm still just not satisfied. She said, but I really want to put out an album this year. I feel like I have no choice. Now I feel like I've exceeded my limit of holding. I just need to stop it with the fear. She said she want to do like 8 more songs, and then she gonna drop something soon. So that is what's up. All right, y'all, coming up next, we got Talk It Out Tuesday with Yunetta Springs, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. What you finna?
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yunetta Springs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Talk It Out Tuesday, and if we don't, boy, you got God, you got Jesus, and then you got therapy with Yunetta Springs. We need thee every hour with everything that's going on. It is Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yunetta Springs.
Hey, right. Rickey. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
We good this morning. We got a whole lot of stuff going on. You know, Valentine's Day, pandemic, all mixed up. You know, Valentine's Day is this coming Sunday, and so you thought it would be a good time, you know, to get into, what you say is the ugly truth about self-love. Wow.
Yeah, because Valentine's Day is around the corner, and what I found over the years is that this can be a very depressing day for some people, right? And I think we are culturally conditioned to view our love and our love story in a very comparative way. You know, this is a day when people start to look at all of the things that they don't have as it pertains to love and being loved. And so that's why I said, let's get into the ugly truth, right? Because the ugly truth is no matter what your life or your relationship status looks like right now, you gotta love yourself. Let's jump into what self-love is, because just to make sure we're all on the same page. So self-love is a state of appreciation that we have for ourselves, right? And it grows from like the actions that we do to support our physical, our psychological, and our spiritual health, right? So people who have more self-love, they know what they want, they know how they feel, you know, they're able to communicate that, and they're mindful of who they are. So they make decisions based off of this, right? So it's not solely on what somebody else wants from them, right? It's them understanding what they need and want, you know? So self-love is basically us being able to show ourselves that we are valuable. And that's not selfish, right? It's not prideful. It's not narcissistic. Self-love is necessary, all right? Okay. So I just kind of wanted to lay that out there because I think it's so important that we understand that. One question that I always ask my clients, you know, who are struggling in this area is, who taught you how to love yourself?
Right.
Because I think that question can reveal a lot about how we view ourselves and our self-love practices. I work with children who are living in adult bodies, right? So what I found is that we either try to repeat or replace the love that we experienced growing up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the love that we witness, we either try to replicate that or we try to replace it completely. And what I found is that most people aren't out here wanting to hate themselves, right? Most people don't want it or don't choose to be in toxic relationships like Malcolm and Marie. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that's an entirely different segment. You know, they just love the best way they can, and they don't know how to love themselves, and it's really sad, you know, to witness that. So I'm going to share with you guys 3 quick reasons why it's hard for you to love yourself, right? And the first one is you don't know how. You never received healthy examples, you know, so a lot of people are in the process of reparenting themselves, right? So if your parent didn't show up for you or your mom and dad didn't show up for you, how can you show up for yourself in that way? The next one is you think loving yourself is selfish, right? And some people, we operate from this either or mentality, like I can either love them or love me. We can do both, right? So we really looking at how can I do both? The next one is you feel like partnership is a prerequisite for self-love. If somebody else doesn't love them, it proves that they're unlovable. So they withhold loving themselves, thinking it'll feel better if it comes from somebody else. Right?
You heard that?
Yes, I'm listening, Jesus.
Yeah, so it's like the equivalent of that is like you're standing in your lawn watering somebody else's grass, wondering why your grass is brown, and hoping that somebody will water your grass because you're watering theirs. That's not how it works.
Okay, that's deep. That's really deep.
Yeah. If you struggle in this area, seek therapy. Let somebody help you unpack this, you know, so you can learn how to love yourself fully. And if you want more information on this, you can follow me on Springforth Counseling on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Yunetta Spring, or text the word Spring to 55444.
There it is. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for counseling Yunetta Spring. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Grand Rising Kings and Queens. Royalty, how y'all doing today? I'm a little under the weather, but guess what? We still do what we gotta do under the weather or not, right? So, for those that don't know yet, I'm going through like a series of surgeries, dental surgeries. So I'm swollen, and I'm in ouchie pain. That don't stop us from doing our job. Might sound a little delayed or lethargic, but we're here. My eyeballs still work, and I can still reach, just a tad bit slower. You see my face puffy over there? Don't ask me why. No, I didn't get injections. It's just what it do. Anywho, Grand Rising. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day, even if you're in pain like me. You know what helps pain feel better? Lip gloss. Ouch. Ouch. I'm just going to do it on this side because the other side hurt. I'm just going to do it her on over. It's okay. I'm going to do a whole PSA on health and staying on top of your health, especially when you're in a space where you just like feel good. Because that's the time where you really need to get on top of your shit. Because one day you won't feel good and it'll be an emergency and then like everything has to stop. So I ran in for a routine dental check only to find out that my mouth is like booyaka. So I have like 50,000 things to do. I've started. I got another root canal today. Gum surgery next Monday. Implant surgery. Everything. But it's okay, because I know that I'm not alone. But I do implore you to take care of your health, get your annual mammograms, get your colonoscopies, get your dental checkups, get your blood pressure checked, get all the stuff that you need to get done, because when you are forced to get it all at one time and you don't spread it out the way you need to, that shit's like showing up and it kick you in your ass. And I feel like I'm moving faster than I am, but I'm not. I had to tell my husband, like, hey, babe, what are you doing today? Because I definitely think I'm going to need some rides. And I don't even think I'm of enough sound mind and body to get in an Uber because I don't know where I'll wake up. But wellness checks are very, very important. I'm ambassador for an organization called Read for Hope, and it's all about health and wellness. And imploring our people, especially African American people, to get their checks. When I was talking to Robbie Reed the other day and C.L. Brown, I learned that literally 15% of African Americans get their annual, if not biannual, dental check, which is like, so no one's getting their teeth checked. And the sad thing is that I fell in that number. Now, I know a lot of us fell in that number last year because of COVID, right? So who was going to get a teeth cleaning considering that it was a whole virus? But I have to also remind you, when you're pregnant, your kids take so much of your enamel while in utero. So having 2 babies back to back, and then after the last baby having corona, my teeth like, lady, you want to eat or not? So I just, for y'all that have been on top of it, flossers, I saw someone said they're in the military, they've been on it for years. My baby hairs go out to you. But yeah, shit is real. But guess what? Ain't nothing gonna stop us from doing what we gotta do. We do wake-up calls. I think I should be a wake-up call. They laugh and they think it's funny on the show. Ricky's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm good. He's like, how do you feel? I'm like, I feel great. But, I'm so afraid. In the SAT class, my dentist appointment's next week. Yes, Nisha love Pink 7. Go to the dentist. Cause you see my teeth, they look fine. And I want them to always look like that. But if I want them to look like that, I gotta deal with the shit back there you can't see. Like, you want to eat or not? And I can smile and it's like, cool. But I want to choose not to eat because I don't want to eat it, not because I can't eat it. I like chewing ice. I like super hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, say all that to say, go get y'all teeth checked. Y'all end up like me over here all messed up. Thank God I got a super supportive husband, some good dental insurance, and some money on the side. Because shit ain't cheap. I know that. Y'all watched the Super Bowl last night? I didn't, because I was looped up. Cheekbone gone. It's okay. It's okay, but it's not okay. My teeth is white. Yeah, they are, but it's about dental health. I split a nerve in the back on one of my teeth, so I have to get another root canal. I already had one that was bad. I have to get a root canal. And then I have to get an implant. Like, don't end up like me. Don't end up like me. Because a lot of times things look good, which is why we don't take care of them. Like, oh, I look good from the outside. Like, the inside's what matter.
Oh, she's lit. You like that? Yeah, you getting tall. Sit in there, sit down. Let's see. Yeah, sit right there. All right, there go both of you. All right, come on. Push both of them forward. Oh, snap. Bumper car, spin around, go around. Let me see if you go around. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I ain't know it go backwards. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Huh? Yeah, don't worry about that. Come on. Oh, wow. Do one front forward and one backwards. See what happens. Oh, get down, get down. Yeah. I got you, boo. I'm gonna hit you later. Boo, I'm sorry. I got you. Hey, I'm gonna hit you before I go to bed. Hey, light it up. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Come back this way. Come here. Don't ride on the carpet. There you go. Come back this. There you go. Oh. Woo. It's bumper cars. Chin itching. Oh, it's going round and round. Hey. Oh, I see it. Look at that boy driving that thing. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. All right. Tie it up. You like that? When Storm get here, she gonna ride hers and you'll have yours. Yeah, come here. It's nice outside today. We're going outside today. We're gonna stay outside until it get dark. All right, come here. Stand up. Let me look at see how tall you are. Let me see. Let me measure you. Measure yourself. Let's see how tall you are. Yeah, measure yourself. Huh? Yeah, measure yourself. See how tall you are. How tall you are.
41.
41? All right, let's see you measure yourself again.
I'm 42 now.
Huh?
I'm 42.
Are you 42? Yes. That's what you measuring?
Yes.
Oh. Come here. What y'all have for lunch at school?
We have hot dogs, beans.
What kind of beans?
Beans.
Beans?
Yeah.
You had hot dogs and beans.
Yeah. And then we had fruits and salad.
Fruit and salad?
Yeah.
Did you eat your salad?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like salad.
You don't like salad?
No. Next time, I don't like salad next time. And then I like...
You don't like salad next time?
No. And we drink white milk, we drink white beer.
You drink what?
We drink white milk, we drink white beer.
You drink white milk?
Yeah, we drink.
And you had white bread?
Yeah.
And what kind of work y'all did at school? Because the only thing you tell me is what you ate.
We do homework and...
Homework?
Yeah. And then that's all.
All right, come in, let me ask you a question. It's really important. Stand right here. What happened to Mimi car? You got it?
It's dead.
It's what?
It's dead.
Mimi car dead. That's why y'all in the other car.
Yeah.
What happened to her car?
The gas on that thing, right in the window, right this. It's maybe this big.
Yeah.
And then
So come here. Now who car y'all in? So what happened to her car? What happened to the Jeep, Mimi car?
it's dead, and then...
What's dead? The battery?
Mm-hmm. And then this dude, like, my speedboat. And
Who came to get the car?
the tow truck.
Wait a minute, that car, wait a minute. No, I ain't know I did all that. What did you touch? So you supposed to drive it while the music going? The hell? Yeah, that's a bumper car. I got one for my granddaughter too. All right, come on, we're gonna go out. We're gonna take it outside where you want to scratch up my kitchen floor. Oh my God.
That's like so loud.
I don't turn it on and off. You want to take it outside?
I told you that's cool.
Huh?
You press this button, it will go off.
Right. And the tow truck came and the tow truck came and the tow truck came and got me car. What the tow truck did, Grayson? What the tow truck? You saw it?
Yeah, it is.
What happened when the tow truck got there? What did it do?
It's going so fast and pick my name car up.
It picked the car up. Yeah. And what happened? And it took it off? Yeah. And you saw it? Yeah. Did the tow truck man wave at you? And you saw it lift it up there. He said, he lifted up. Yeah, he obsessed with cars and tow trucks. Did it have the siren lights on there?
The doors go open and the back door is open.
And what's wrong with Mimi car?
It is dead.
It's dead.